Against the IR. Okay. Ariel, that light is always killing me here. So can you see where I am? Alright. Alright. By the book, it states you're supposed to exit the Nasion. Pretty close. Put this down just a teeny bit. Okay. Now for him, that's not too bad. I'm going to open this up where you can see it. You need middle of his forehead, down to the bottom of his chin, and then light field on either side. And then of course, excuse me here, sir. You'll see that his OML is lined up. For him, when he puts his nose and his forehead to the board, it pretty much lines up his OML. He's one of those magical people. So, what I want to do though is make sure that I've got the chin. In this case, I'm not really sure that I'm down far enough. Here's his chin. It's kind of sort of on the light field, depending on which light field we're talking about here. Thank you. Kind of, sort of, it's close. Might be on there, might not. Definitely not this chin. Sorry.
Which one of his chins are you using?
Yeah, exactly.
Worried about soft tissue.
The first one is the only one that matters, right?
The first chin?
Yeah, the first chin.
Okay.
All right. So what I want to do is cheat down a little bit. So even though it says exit out the Nasion, for him we're going to cheat down just a little bit. What I like about that is that's going to allow me to collimate a little bit too. So. Right, still have middle of his forehead, which is here, right? Middle of his forehead, easy. Now I have light field definitely under his chin. No worries. All right, so then I can just collimate in side to side to his ears. Yep, got it on both sides. So long as there's no tilt or rotation, it's going to look nice. Just remember to adjust your IR, okay? Bucky. Yeah, he looks good. Nice, okay? So it's going to be a nice Caldwell. Don't move, sir. What I'm going to do, though, is do a little more efficiently this time. If I was going to do the Caldwell for the orbits, it would look a little different. You're still going to get him in the same position, but the collimation looks different. I'll open this up again so you can see where the collimation is for the orbits. I want top of his teeth, right? Middle of forehead. I can probably even collimate a teeny bit more. Right? Top of his teeth, middle of his forehead, and then all I'd have to do is come in side to side. And that's going to be a nice Caldwell view for the orbits. All right? There you go.
So right about here?
Yes, that's the bottom of your light field, where the top of the teeth are. All right? So a nice view of Caldwell for orbits. All right, you can relax, sir. What I'm going to do is take this off, drop this tube down into the side for me for a second. Put yourself, pull. All right. So now we're going to do a water's view. All right, you're going to place your chin up against the IR for me, and then we're going to put the, up too much, way too exaggerated. Relax back, there you go. All right, so now what we want to see is the OML at a 37-degree angle, right? This angle, 37 degrees to the IR. So I'm going to need an angulator to find that spot. Angulator. All right, get that light, son. You sung me a song. Okay, wait. All right, so here we go. Right here, on this 37, nope, drop your chin just a little bit. Right there from yep, still more. Drop your chin, drop your chin, and drop your chin. There we go. Corner of the eye, back to the EAM. Hey, that's pretty good. I like it. Just past the 35, but before the 40. So we're going to call that 37. We like it. Open this up so you can see. Again, no tilt or rotation on him. There we go. Now, the book states that you're going to exit the acanthyon. Let's see if that works. There's his acanthyon right there. Just a teeny bit again. let's collimate. I want under his chin, which I definitely have, under his chin, easily. Right? Middle of his forehead is here. Definitely in the middle of his forehead. So all I have to do then is collimate. Come in side to side. Make sure to line up your fucky as well. Bring this up just so I know. Alright. And I'm going to center him over just a little bit. Like that. Very nice. Alright. So there's our Waters view. Alright. I know. There's just so many camera views. Anybody can do reality TV and make it great. Alright. Anyway, let's do the orbit here. So hold still. Now I'm going to open this up so you can see the collimation for orbits. It's really not that much different. Come up a little bit and collimate down. Again, what I want is top of his teeth, which I could probably come up just a little bit more. Alright, here's his mouth here. Right? Here's the middle of his forehead here. So I could probably even collimate a teeny bit more. And then come in side to side. Alright, so that's your Waters view for orbits.
Don't they yell at us for collimating too much?
No, not like that. No, I used to collimate even more than that. I'm collimating a little less these days because the sites complain that you guys were clipping stuff.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They do. They complain when you collimate too much.
That's not over collimate. Alright, remember just to go up with your fucky. Alright, so now we're going to do the lateral. Relax for a second, sir. You're going to rotate again 45 degrees out this way.
Something like this.
Yep, just like that. Get where you are again, sir. Alrighty. So in a true lateral position.
At least find dinner first, Dario.
I know. Please don't stand directly behind me.
I know, right? Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, the sad part is he didn't even offer dinner or anything. It's kind of cheap.
Didn't buy you a drink first.
Yeah, nothing. I mean, just went straight to groping. It's pretty sad. Yeah. Wow, he's that kind
Nothing
of
gets
dude.
by this class.
That's horrible. Alright, since I have this collimated for orbit, I'll show you the orbit one first, and then we'll go for the facial bones one after that. So this is going to be a lateral orbit. So what I want to do is center more toward where the orbit is. Collimate in, right? You can actually collimate probably the other direction a little bit, down. So there you go. Definitely above the orbit, definitely below the orbit. Back to the EAM, and I have the outside of the face. I'm just clipping the tip of his nose, which doesn't matter, right? We're doing an orbit, all right? So all I have to do then is come down just a little bit. I want that shoulder, pal. All right. And then make sure he is still in a true lateral. All right, there we go. Look, open your eyes, sir. Promise I won't grope. I'm not Dario. So there you go. All right. So there you go. He's lined up straight. It's just wrong. You need to edit that part out. Anyway, so
For every single lateral, we're going to follow that rotate the shoulder rule, even though it says 0 position, you know, because we're just rotating the shoulders.
yeah, because it's his head that you want in a true lateral. We don't really care what's going on with his body. This is just making the lateral position easier by allowing him to turn his shoulders. Okay, but that's not really an oblique. His head is in a perfect lateral. Okay? Alright. So, let's see here. Oh, that's right. Stay like that. We're going to do the collimation for the facial bones. So I'm going to come down, open up my light field, right, top and bottom. And again. Now, I can clip off the tip of his nose still. I'm still back to his EAM. Rotating on it for some reason. There you go. Middle of the forehead, but now I'm underneath his chin. Alright? I have to see light underneath the chin because this is for facial bones. We can't clip the mandible. Mandible's included in facial bones. All right. So again, all you want to do then is adjust your bucky. Okay. So that's the collimation for your facial bone series. So this is lateral facial. So we've just done orbits and facial bones. All right. Relax, sir.
Like your
Or the-
first chin.
That's the side. I mean, are we doing both sides or just the side of?
Just side of interest. Those are not bilaterals. Okay. The only bilaterals from this week are your nasal bones. All right. So what we're gonna do now is, I guess we will rotate him out, and we will start with the zygo series. Now the first view would be your Waters view, but we just demonstrated that. So you do a Waters view just like you do normally for just like the facial bone series. Same collimation, same lineup, everything. All right. Then I'm going to angle this. I'm going to assume that we're going to do his IOML. So I'm going to put this at 37 degrees. All right. Got that on there, 37? All right, you sure? You sure? Okay. I want to make sure. It's going to be some weird meme, you know? No groping. No groping. No groping. Something crazy. I don't know. So, anyway.
This is going on
I
YouTube.
know, right? It's horrible. It's horrible. It's like blinding, too, right? All right, so we're going to bring this down here.
Please edit that into it.
I know, right? It's just
It's
horrible.
staying all in.
Yeah, it's all staying in there. Yeah. All right. Move this way just a little bit more, just like that. Okay. Drop your chin. All right, not too much. Just feel them now. All right, looks pretty straight there. Perfect. All right, just like that. So what I'm going to do, collimate, kind of show you where we are. This way. To the opposite direction of what I want. It's like if I want it lined up to the left, he's leaning to the right. All right. So by the book, it states that you're going to enter like an inch above the glabella, but I don't really like that because what you want to do is you want to line up straight through the zygomatic arches, which are actually a little bit lower. This is the zygos here, going from his nose all the way back to his ear. So midway between that area is somewhere right around here. So I really want my light field to cross straight through this spot right here. So that's going to have to come down. Cheat down. And you can see now the crosshair is right there going straight through his zygos. All right, and that's what you want. This is going to be one of those coffee cup handle views where you should see both the zygomatic arches bilaterally in one shot, okay? Coming from this angle downward, okay? So make sure to line up your IR. Slide this down behind you, sir. All right. And then we're going to get some collimation in here. Ooh. Wow. We're like groping
You're
and
getting
kicking.
from
And
all directions.
I know, right? Pretty soon, slapping and biting. A little too much, you know what I'm saying? All right. All right. Now, collimation. I need to get the entire zygo on there. Actually, I'll open this up so you can see again. So from here, I need back of the zygo, which is definitely on here. Right? You see the spot right there next to his ear. And then the very front of the zygo is here, which you can still see is definitely in my light field. All right, so then I'm just going to collimate to his ears, and bang. All right, so that's the Townes view, or modified Townes view, for your zygo.
The nasion is like right in the middle.
Yeah, kind of, sort of.
Like a little cheek.
Kind of rotating. All right, so there you go. Okay? All right, relax for a second. Now we get to do the double neck break in a row.
That's
Bring this
SMV?
up. Oh yeah, it's SMV followed by the tangential view.
Oh, what's this one?
Stop here. All right, just lean to the side for me. You got it. Ready for this? All right. Dario says he's gonna buy you dinner for this one.
There's no groping allowed though.
Oh, nice.
That's your job.
You hear that? That's my job. I don't think that. All right, you ready for this? This is a neck breaker. Okay, the first try, I'm gonna just kind of get them lined up. Scoot out just a little bit again. There you go. And try and see where he's centered here. Looks pretty good. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna. All right, relax for a second. All right, for him, I'm guessing that we're gonna do that 5-degree angle up again. Just my guess. So let's see. Let's get a good 5-degree angle here, and then line up centered again. All right, so here we go. You ready? You're gonna hold it this time. All righty, back here, just like that. All right, just like this. Okay. Very nice. Now, for this one, all I need, I'm going to open this up and show you that what I really need for this view is back here to the EAM and just outside of his face. So I'm going to come up just a little bit, collimate. All right, now if I want to know if I'm really matching this angle, I need an angulator. Where's my angulator? Hit the light, please.
Really?
Yep.
Well, you angled the 2 by 10.
No, I didn't. I angled at 5.
Oh, at 5?
Angled
So you
5
patient at
cents. Pretty
That's
close.
what he's checking his angle now.
Yeah, I think that's 5.
5? So then it would be
But
5
I'm
and
kind of
5.
cheating because I know he can do this, and I know that it's a 5-degree angle because I just did it for somebody else.
If you angle the 2, you
Imagine
angle
that.
patient.
This way just a little bit. All right, there you go. All right, no tilt or rotation on him, and then come in here with your light field like this. 2 ears on either side, okay? Just remember to come up just a little bit. All right, so there we go. Moving on. All right, so here's your SMV for the zygos. So again, it doesn't matter if we get the back of the skull, right? I'm intentionally clipping the back of the skull because it doesn't matter, okay? It's just the zygos that I need to see on there. And I have his entire zygote on there. All right? Relax for a second, sir. Managed to do that position twice now. So now I'm going to collimate down to just the one side zygote that I'm going to need. Now this is the real fun one because I got to get him back in that SMV view, and then I have to do 15 degrees rotation and then 15 degrees tilt. All right? So it's going to be rotate the head and then tilt the chin in the direction that we're trying to see. All right? The direction of the object of interest. Ready? All right, here we go. Last time, buddy, last time. All right, so we're going to start out in our SMV view, but I want to center him more toward the right side because I'm going to do this right side zygomatic arch. Bring your chin up a little bit again. There you go. Now what I want to do is 15-degree rotation and then 15 degrees tilt. My angulator, please.
Right here, Nick.
Thank you. So this is my 15-degree rotation. Oh, hold it right there. Probably too much, a little less. Alright, so there's this 15-degree rotation. Alright, so I'm definitely rotated towards his right side. And now I'm going to tilt. So I want his chin to go in the right direction. Alright? Nope, nope, don't take that rotation off, just tilt. There you go. There we are, like that. Alright. Now, what I want to see is just the zygomatic arch on this side in profile. So I'm going to drop this down a little bit. Alright. And I want to slide him over just slightly. There you go. Alright, so you can see I am centered right to the middle of the zygomatic arch on this side. Alright? Definitely have enough light field to include it all in there because here's the top of the zygomatic arch. Here's the bottom of the zygomatic arch. It is definitely in my light field. So it's definitely on there. All you want to do is, again, make sure to do the slight adjustment to your Bucky. There you go. So that's your tangential view for the Zygo. Okay, rotation and tilt. All right, relax, sir. You did a fantastic job. You can see more than enough light field there. It's actually more light field than I used to use. So you can tell them out there that I am collimating a little less. You dirty people. You. Bah humbug, curses, whatever. So there you go. All right. Very nice. I'm going to need you guys to clear off the table because we have a couple of views now that are going to be on the table. All right. Oop. All right. Move this out a little bit. Come on. Angle. Alrighty.
It's so funny.
What was that?
When you tell Daria, like when you go and bend down, you're like, alright, I'm gonna need you to move it.
I know, right? Yeah. Horrible meme. Yep. No touch. No touch. It's horrible. Horrible. Yep. Alrighty. I need a 45-degree sponge. Maybe you'll be a little more athletic than the last group. Yeah. Blondie tried 15 times to get this thing off of there. She was like doing the 1-inch jump. She was like, no, I gotta get it, no. And she couldn't reach it. It was kind of horrible. Quite funny though. Quite funny. I was like, and you were an athlete? Okay. Let's slide this back a little bit. There you go. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to do a lateral nasal bones, if I can see my cassette, minus the blinding spotlight.
I know I can't see what you're doing.
Alright. So, what we're going to do is center him on this cassette right here, okay? Like this. Drop your chin a little bit. Show you with your head just a teeny bit. There you go. Alright. So what I'm going to do then is, this is a lateral view of the nasal bones. You do 2 of them. One on this half of the cassette, then you turn them the other way and do the other one on the other half of the cassette. Alright, because this is bilateral. Done tabletop. Alright, D, you're going to have to move. Coming towards you. Now the nice part about this is it's a tabletop view, so it doesn't really matter as far as whether you move the patient, move the tube, move the cassette. As long as it's lined up in the end, it doesn't matter. You don't have to stay in detent. However, I probably will just because my next view has to be in detent. So there you go. By the book, it states you want to be about ½ an inch below the nasion. Alright. There you go.
Wow.
Good at that. I can clip the tip of his nose, but it doesn't matter. What I really need on there is his forehead and nasal bones. Alright, so I have this little piece of his forehead definitely on there. Where I just for a second, Dario, can you move that light on? Hey, look at that. You can really see it nicely. I've got it all on there. And all I have to do is make sure that he's in a true lateral position. Let's see. Alright. Just like that. Looks pretty good. There's his mid-sagittal plane, right? And if his eyes were open, that would be his IPO, right? Nice and straight. So there you go. Actually, just slightly more. There you go. All right. Nice lateral nasal bones. Beautimus. Perfecto. Ah.
Just
All right.
for a minute. How much is on there? Can you lift them
Okay,
up?
move your head out of the way, sir.
Oh my God.
See, I told you, you only need to collimate like maybe like for a thumb or a finger or something. So, and that's even probably more collimation than for a finger. You want to set a technique just like a finger technique as well. Set a finger technique for nasal bones, comes out perfect every single time. So,
And then just duplicate it on the other side.
yep, that's right. Okay, you ready? Was the last one? Oh, no, we have one more. We have to do the neck chop. Then we do the last one. Okay. Alright, let's get ready for the neck chop. Alright, here we go. So you want to get a sponge of some kind. Place a cassette there, and then he's going to put his chin on the cassette. Alright. Now, the first thing that I want to do is find what the angle of the cassette is. So the angle of the cassette is going to be, well, it's about 35 degrees. It's not exact, but that's close. All right, so let's see, 35 degree angle. All right, let's go out. You guys. All right, once again, line him up. Now, the thing that I want to do is I want to line up and see his nose from this axial view. If his head's too far forward, go ahead and move your forehead forward this time. That's what you'll see. You're not going to see his nose because the forehead's in the way. And it's rare, but every once in a while somebody goes back the other way. You can. And you don't see the nose now because all you see is his chin in the way. And that's the whole point of lining up the GAL. If you line up the GAL where it's perpendicular with the cassette, which means it should be parallel to your central ray, then you should be able to see his nose. See how magically now, bam, we see his nose. Okay? So to make sure we're lined up, you can make that line right across his face, going from his forehead to his mouth, and line it up. Actually, it looks pretty straight. All right, very nice. And then, of course, what I want to do as far as collimation goes, I'm going to collimate a little wider here. But as far as collimation goes here, turn the light away just for a second again. What I want to see is that piece of his forehead in there, right? I have light field up here by his hairline, so I definitely have this piece of his forehead in there, and I definitely have the nose. All right, don't clip that piece of his forehead, okay? That's where the most superior piece of the nasal bones connect to the frontal bone. All right, so don't clip it. All right, you should always see light field up there on his forehead. All right, if you move the hair out of the way, you can definitely see it. He's like alfalfa now. Yeah, he was definitely one of the little rascals, for sure. All right, so there you go. There's your axial nasal. Everybody got that? Very nice. All right, so you can relax again. All right, move this out of the way. We don't need that anymore. Take that, Chase. All right, so I'm gonna line this up now. We're gonna do the last one, which is our Reese method. However, I'm gonna do one very nasty thing though. Guess what I'm gonna do?
Oh, please, no.
I'm gonna take away this fun pad. Oh, just like that. Okay, go ahead and lay down again, sir. Give me our Chase. Very nice.
He doesn't even have opposable thumbs right now, and you keep handing him things.
I know, right? That's true. He's without opposable thumbs. Welcome to the animal kingdom. All right. So anyway, slide forward just a little bit for me. There you go, right there. All right. Now, yeah, I'll go ahead and use that fun again. Thank you, sir. All right. Roll up a little bit. There we go. Okay, now what's going to happen is you're going to place your right eye on this line here.
Oh my God.
Oh, this is a fun one, right? Okay, so let me take this angle off of here. Come down to my 40 inches for set here. Line up here. Make sure I'm in details. Yep. Alright, here we are. There we go. So I have in the front. Slide them down. Yeah, I did perfect. Okay, so I'm going to open this up so you guys can see what we're doing here. Alright, first things first is I'm going to get him lined up where his mid-sagittal plane is 37 degrees down from the central ray. So in order to do that, I'm going to have to get where you guys are. And then find a line on top of his head, which will be the coronal plane. I'm going to go from this ear to this ear and make a nice line on top of his head. And then I'm going to take my angulator and see where my 37 degree is. You need to rotate up a little more. Hold it there. There's that line on top of his head. Bam, looks pretty, no, actually I want you down a little bit. There we go. There we go. Nice. These are 37 degrees. Now, what I have to do is center to his orbit. This side is really easy because there's the middle of his eye, right? So all I gotta do is come up and center to his eye there. But the real fun is centering to his eye here. Now, if you had him line up right on this line, it would be nice, because then I could center just to that line. However, what I can do is look here and find where his eyebrow is and center to his eyebrow. That looks pretty good there. So what I want to do is center, excuse me, to that line.
To the right eyebrow.
Yep. There we are. Very nice. Still lined up over here. Very nice. Now guess what? You make this nice little box. Right? Nice box. That's going to fit right around the eye.
And it visualizes upside, right?
No, it's the
Downside.
downside. Yeah, I'm looking at the downside, yeah.
Alright.
Yeah, I'm definitely not centered to the upside. The upside's way over here. You can see my light field's definitely way over there.
Okay.
Upside down.
Alright? So that's a nice grease method. Grease for the optic foramen. Alright? They're all lined up. We like it. Very nice. Alright, folks, you're done. Thank you very much, sir. Watch your head. Don't